So according to many different insiders, Marvel Studios is preparing to make some really big, really major announcements really soon, not just about particular projects, but about the MCU overall. In fact, this year at SDCC, many are expecting a complete and entire Phase 6 reveal. Because remember, we only have 3 projects officially revealed from Marvel Studios for Phase 6 so far. And of course, with all these announcements are going to come the announcements of the official cast members for certain projects, including the Fantastic Four and other projects like Nova. And I know a lot of people are excited about these, but I think right now a lot of people are really curious to hear what Marvel Studios' plans are for Kang. Since Marvel is planning on doing such major announcements soon, are they going to announce their plan for Kang the Conqueror, or could they perhaps be announcing that there really aren't any more plans for Kang the Conqueror in the MCU and they're simply going to phase him out? Or could they simply announce a recast of the character? A lot of things happening really, really soon, so we're going to break down everything that you need to know in this video, and we're going to start with Ryan Gosling. He's met with Marvel Studios, and now we know about the specific role that he has met with Marvel Studios about. But before we continue, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest MCU news and never miss a video. We're also doing a giveaway, but we'll talk more about that at the end. So we've heard Ryan Gosling's name mentioned a lot. At one point in time, we heard that he was going to be Mr. Fantastic. At another point in time, we heard that Marvel Studios was considering him to be the Silver Surfer. We've heard that Marvel Studios wants him to be Nova. And the interesting thing is all of these at some point in time could have been true. If you know how Marvel Studios works, specifically Kevin Feige, when it comes to casting certain people for certain roles, then you know that Kevin Feige meets with one actor, well, really a lot of actors, but specifically talking about one actor. He meets with them a lot about many, many different roles. In fact, Keanu Reeves has been the subject of talk recently because Keanu Reeves could have been in the MCU at many different points in time. Kevin Feige actually admitted on the record that they talked to Keanu Reeves pretty much for every project they have coming up to see if there's a role for him in that project. Now, for our sake and his sake, I really hope it's a movie, and I really hope it's Ghost Rider. But there was talks about him playing multiple characters in the MCU for a while now. In fact, he could have played Kraven the Hunter in Spider-Man No Way Home, if that's the direction they chose to take it in. However, since Andrew and Toby jumped on board, they decided not to go with Kraven. Also, it sounds like Sony really didn't want them to use Kraven before their Kraven movie came out. But point being, Kevin Feige meets with one particular actor about many, many different roles. So when it comes to Ryan Gosling, at one point in time, he might have been up for the role of Mr. Fantastic of the Fantastic Four. He might have been up for the Silver Surfer, and he might have been up for Nova. All could certainly be true. However, we have recently heard from insider Daniel RPK that right now, Marvel Studios particularly wants Ryan Gosling to play Nova in the MCU, and they are in talks right now about making this happen. It's also important to note that Ryan Gosling is clearly interested, otherwise they wouldn't be in talks right now. He would have just brushed it off and said, hey, no thanks, I don't think that's the role for me. But since the report is specifically Ryan Gosling has had talks with Marvel Studios about playing Nova, that means both parties are interested, both Ryan and Marvel. And if you think about it, both sides are probably really interested in the other side. Ryan Gosling just played Ken in the Barbie movie. He was really big before. He was pretty much a superstar. Now he's a megastar. Marvel would be dumb not to want him in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He would definitely bring in some money. He would bring in some views. And as far as Marvel Studios goes, I mean, it's the MCU. We have Deadpool 3 coming out with Hugh Jackman returning as Wolverine. We have Avengers Secret Wars. Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire had returned recently to reprise their roles of Spider-Man. And despite what some people might think about how Phase 4 and the beginning of Phase 5 are, the future of Marvel Studios really is bright and exciting. So it would totally make sense that Ryan Gosling would want to jump on board as a major character of the MCU, which Nova is going to be. In fact, it's believed that Nova is probably going to go on to be the leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy, the new Guardians of the Galaxy team. And if that's what they're pitching to Ryan Gosling, that's probably really appealing, since the first Guardians of the Galaxy franchise was one of the best there was out there from Marvel Studios. So Ryan Gosling right now might be thinking he might be able to be the next Star-Lord, except it's his own character, Nova, which fans have really been waiting to see in the MCU for a very long time. So I think it would be a win-win for Marvel Studios. We'll have to see if they negotiate everything and make it happen. But let me know what you think about Ryan Gosling playing Nova. Would you like that or would you not? Now, the Fantastic Four is another story. We have heard many different reports about who is going to be the official Fantastic Four cast for a very long time. That has changed a lot as well, and it could be that Marvel Studios felt like they did have it locked in, but then something happened and it didn't work out. Adam Driver was supposed to be our Mr. Fantastic for a pretty long time, and then it was revealed that he wasn't, and it looked like it was going to be Pedro Pascal, and it looks like that is indeed who our Mr. Fantastic is going to be. Now, as far as Vanessa Kirby is concerned, we haven't heard anything about that in a really long time. However, today we do have a new report about the Fantastic Four coming from Daniel RPK as well, and he reported that the Fantastic Four cast is locked in and an announcement is imminent. Now, the good news about the Fantastic Four casting announcement is that we probably won't have to wait till SDCC or another con or something for there to be an announcement about it. And that is because the Fantastic Four is supposed to begin filming relatively soon. We're unsure of the exact time they're going to film, but one report said March, another report said May. Either way, these are only months away, and if it's March, that means they're going to be filming very, very soon, in which paparazzi who are going to be around the set are probably going to start taking pictures of the official cast, which means it'll leak out, which means Marvel Studios is going to want to beat the leaks to announcing the official cast. And this is why Daniel RPK probably says that the casting announcement is imminent, because as soon as they locked it in, it's probably time to prepare to announce to the world who it's going to be. And they know that everybody's been waiting. And keep in mind, Marvel Studios before has done one-off things where they make an official announcement and they release a specific slate of a certain phase, or they talk about specific actors joining the MCU. So keep in mind, it doesn't even have to be a con. It doesn't have to be SDCC. It doesn't have to be an official event. They could put on an event of their own, online, virtual, like they've done before. And for something like the Fantastic Four, something that Kevin Feige deeply cares about, I'm assuming we probably will get a special event for it. Maybe a YouTube video release online, or perhaps go live and reveal it that way. Who knows? But luckily for us, it sounds like that announcement will be soon. The last we heard, Vanessa Kirby was going to play Sue Storm, aka the Invisible Woman, and Ebon Moss-Bachrach to play the Thing, in which the other night he was asked in a press interview about the rumors of the Fantastic Four if he could confirm or deny his role in the Fantastic Four, and he simply stated, "I can't confirm and I can't deny." So perhaps he could be playing the Thing. And I think the last we heard about the Human Torch is Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things. He was not confirmed, but that was one report that he met with Marvel Studios to play the Human Torch. So we'll have to wait for that official announcement. But if this is the cast, in the meantime, let me know what you think about it. Do you like it? Do you not? What would you change? What would you keep the same? Let me know in the comments down below. And last but not least, the news about a possible Kang recast or a new villain announcement. This will most likely come at San Diego Comic-Con. According to several different insiders, we should not expect any news really about the recasting of Kang soon, which means SDCC is probably when Marvel Studios would choose to reveal this. So July is when we are most likely going to get an announcement whether Marvel Studios has decided to recast Kang the Conqueror. They will bring that actor out on stage and simply say, "Hey, this is our new Kang, and you all know why we have a new Kang." Or if they are simply going to pivot away from Kang, they will bring in the new actor playing the new villain, maybe Dr. Doom, maybe somebody else. And there they'll simply say, "We're going to bring in a new big bad of the MCU," and then again probably say, "You all know why." Now, from what we've heard, Marvel Studios most likely isn't going to get rid of Kang the Conqueror. They might push his character to the sideline for a little bit, but from what insiders are saying, it sounds like Kang, or a variant of Kang, like the Beyonder variant of Kang, is still going to be the main big bad when we get to the end in Avengers Secret Wars. Now, who else could they bring in the meantime? Well, it's probably not going to be somebody super big like Doom, unfortunately, because then Doom would only get about a phase and a half as a big bad. And I don't think that's what we want. I think we would love for him to be built up in a huge, ginormous way, and him to be really involved in a lot of different projects in the entirety of, we'll call it the Doom saga. I definitely think that Doom should really get his entire saga saga and really be super involved in it with the Fantastic Four, with the Avengers, with different heroes, and then become this big bad that they all have to defeat. He is quite possibly the greatest supervillain in Marvel Comics history, so he deserves really the spotlight all on him, not to share it. And I think Marvel Studios probably thinks the same way. But luckily for us, it does sound like Marvel Studios is ready to make some big, major announcements pretty soon, reveal the rest of their plans for the rest of the saga, and reveal Phase 6. Now, I'm assuming this is coming at SDCC, but keep an eye out because they may announce it sometime before. And of course, if we hear anything at all about it, we'll be sure to do an update video. So be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the latest news. Be sure to let us know your thoughts about all of this news in the comments down below. Please don't forget to like the video, and if you subscribe and leave a comment, you're automatically entered in our giveaway for a chance to win a PS5, an Xbox Series X, some Marvel Legends items, or some DC items. The winner picks one item, and we pick one winner at the end of every month. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter, and as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.